Hi, I'm Lauren Rivers, and today I'm doing a Lexi suit-up video. The costume came about as part of a drive towards lighter suits with more mobility and less layers to them. After a number of years of wearing full fursuits at conventions and other events, I kind of decided that I wanted something with a little less mass to it. And I decided to go with Comic Crazy Studios, who I've never worked with before in terms of costumes, but I've always liked the cosplay outfits that they design, so I really wanted something from them that would be, I guess, easier to work with, and I knew they would be fairly reliable because they've been doing costumes for a long time, and I really like both them and their work, so they seemed like an ideal fit for this particular proposal. And I decided that with the case of this, that I was going to get three costumes from them at the same time, and Lexi was one of those three. The character itself came from a story idea that I'm still working on developing that I would describe as a contemporary superhero concept. It's basically superheroes but without the costumes, without the elaborate outfits that they tend to seem to pick up. And I kind of figured that in the kind of world that I'm developing, that they would be, people would have powers, but they wouldn't go out and develop these crazy costumes. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but for me, I kind of liked I guess I don't know if I'd call it realistic, but a more grounded approach to costumes and superheroes. Because I would imagine most people, they probably wouldn't describe an elaborate costume that they would build themselves out of future space age materials or something. They would just find stuff that fits them, or they would just dress normally. And as far as the Lexi's personality, I would describe her as she's a sporty girl about high school age, 16 or 17, kind of like Topaz. She's one of my younger characters, and I would characterize her as, if it involves being outdoors and moving, she's usually doing it. Surfing, running, things like that. She's pretty much the opposite of what I like to do a lot of the time. She's always outside, always doing things, always moving, always running, because it seemed like it would be a good counterpoint to what I want to do with the character. As far as the costume itself, it's extremely comfortable since there's really not much to it other than the base layer and a normal outfit. I had to. She's what I would call a patchwork suit because the head came from Menagerie Workshop, and the costume itself, everything pretty much below the neck, came from Comic Crazy Studios, with the exception of a couple of things that I was able to purchase ready-made, but I'll get into that in a minute. But the suit itself is really just a light layer of like tannish fabric, which represents the body, and I start with the undersuit, which of course always is the first layer for any costume. The body layer itself is a smooth, stretchy fabric that fits over it and has a zipper in the back. As far as her outfit, she wears workout shorts, which were purchased as is online. They were just ready just like that. The jacket was custom made from Comic Crazy Studios because the way it was designed by the artist, I didn't think I would find anything comparable, and I kind of wanted that specific jacket. So since the picture kind of just defined her look for me, so I asked the maker to make a custom jacket, which has a zipper that goes most of the way down. It doesn't fully unzip, but it really doesn't need to. And it's a nice light option with short sleeves, so the arms show. And she has a layer of gloves that I kind of wear underneath all the light outfits just to keep the skin from contacting the costume material, and then matching pair of gloves that are the same color as the body fit over those to complete the illusion. The sneakers are ready-made, which I got from a local store. I kind of, I knew I wanted purple sneakers, and this was going to be, well, I thought it was going to be harder than it was, honestly, because when I went into the shoe department, there was actually a set of purple sneakers just sitting there, and so I picked them up, expecting it was going to be hard to find, but they were actually they just had purple sneakers. I guess maybe women just like purple sneakers, but they're really comfortable. I find at cons I often like to wear them instead of my normal sneakers because there's not a lot to them, and they're really comfortable. I mean, the suit does come with feet paws, but especially when I started using the sneakers in a practical setting, I really haven't used the feet pause that much, but I have the option if I want to. But I kind of think the sneakers work better in terms of proportional size as well as the practical reality of being able to go outside if desired. And of course, benefit of having a suit that's light like that, takes less mass, so it's easier to take it to a con as a third suit because other than the space of the head, it really doesn't take up that much luggage real estate. So it's easy to transport, and I've been taking her to a lot of cons just because it's light to wear, it's easy to transport, and it's just convenient all around. In general, Lexi has what I would call her designated outfit, which is her jacket, the workout shorts, and the sneakers. But as time goes on and I sort of figure out what her clothing wardrobe is, I might expand that in the future. But for right now, her purple outfit is kind of her signature look, so I'm going to keep going with that. But that's how Lexi comes together, and you will see her at future cons. Thanks for watching, and if you liked it, click the subscribe button and leave a comment below. You can also find me on Twitter and a few other places on the web, or support me via Patreon or Ko-fi. Zebra hugs!